Alright, welcome back to Papo and Yo, Part 3.
Something I've been meaning to ask is, something I've noticed, like, on some websites, is they don't have it titled, like, Papo and Yo, they have it, like, Papo Y Yo.
Same thing.
But why the Y?
Because different language.
Yeah, because different language.
Which language? Do you have any idea? Because it's something I've always thought about.
Could possibly be Portuguese.
As I mentioned in the first part, the language is supposed to be Portuguese, or sound like it. It's just gibberish, really. But it's all meant to sound Portuguese, or is Portuguese.
And we
I'm not sure if the title is actually Portuguese or not, but I know the game's supposed to sound Portuguese. And yeah, the cutscene only played over the third house because that was one of the two houses you were supposed to get first. But I kinda broke the sequence a little bit.
Surprise, surprise.
It's something else I've been meaning to ask for. How about the history of this game for you, and where did you first heard about it, and why did you want to learn to run?
I first heard about it by watching the Englishman stream it. And I was very interested in it, and it looked like a very fun run to me, so I picked it up. That simple.
How much does it change?
Canadians, I really do apologize about this game.
Don't worry about it. They're the nicest people you'll ever know.
No, because actually the dev company is based out of Montreal.
Yeah, it is.
So Canadians, I'm sorry.
Also,
So a Canadian development team made a game that's trying to be Portuguese? Interesting.
The lead developer grew up in Portugal.
Ah.
So, Chaos, what do you think of it so far?
Looks interesting.
The many words of Chaos. Light Eagle, any impressions?
Well, it's not really a game for me personally, but I find the story of this game because I have seen you play it through in your stream many times. So I can say that the story is very good in this one.
I'm glad you like it. Even if you wouldn't play it much yourself.
Well, I'll admit that the platformer puzzle genre isn't for everyone. I've known people out there who says, "Well, that looks interesting." They'll play it. They're like, "Oh, it's one of those games where I have to, think in a certain way."
Yeah. Yeah, and it does have a bit of that problem going for it, but
that's what that's not what
it's really part of the charm for me.
Because with what you got going here for that target audience, this is the stuff they love.
Yeah. And there are no out of bounds strats for this puzzle that I didn't do in this recording because I can't remember if I didn't know about them yet or if I just didn't do them because I wasn't practiced, but either way, there are new strats where you just jump over the fence and it saves some time.
It could be one of those moments.
However you will.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just saying, use that information however you will, speedrunners.
Yeah, I've been in your shoes before where you're playing through a game and there's a new strat, but you're so used to doing the old one, you just reflexively do the old one.
Yeah, it could have been that as well. But yeah, I can't remember exactly when I recorded this run. I tried to do later run, but the recordings just kept turning out bad, so we ended up with this one.
Recorder's curse.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's especially in a game like this where obviously you're doing the speedrun, so you're trying to just do it all in one take.
Mm-hmm.
That can always get on wear on you for a while.
Yeah, it really can. So, this is an old PB, not my current one.
What is your current PB?
112 something. So,
Is it in-game time or real time?
real time.
Always important to ask us that.
Yeah. RTA. And this is basically Ball and Cup.
Huh. This part right here kind of reminds me a bit of a game called Antichamber, another indie title.
Yeah, I've played that game. I can kind of see the resemblance you're saying, but I have to try to.
Yeah, Antichamber is. It only reminds me of that just because everything here is very white, clean, and boxed, and Antichamber is all about using those kinds of things to trick you.
Right, I get it. And those key positions are always random, so you can't know ahead of time. You have to actually follow them. And do not jump on that moving platform. You will sink halfway through it and completely get stuck. So we fall into the water because it's faster to just respawn than to run onto the platform.
So does this place have a name, or is everything just it?
This is White Mountain. And yeah, the places have... I mean, each section of the game has a name. I'm not sure if you'd really call it like a place name, but all the checkpoints have their own name, if that's what you mean.
I'm just curious if this. I'm just curious in terms of how Quico here views the world. How does he view this as? Is this a place from his memories? Like this is where he grew up?
This is a dream world. A happy place where he can go. As you saw, he was hiding in the closet from Monster. And he escaped to this dream world. And somehow I clipped through the final platform but still activated the switch.
Huh?
Let it go!
No idea how that happened. And it's not really useful. And you could see there I was still kind of double taking at the point that I got control back.
You were like, what did I just do?
Yeah, it was very weird. I had never seen that before, and I've never seen it since.
Oh, I guess it's better than missing the switch, right?
Yeah, definitely better than clipping through and missing the switch. Which is more common if you clip through one of these platforms.
Maybe it's one of those cases where if something is moving, the walls don't exist.
Yeah, it is basically that. But
Yeah,
you have to be boosting at the time. You can boost through the walls if they're moving.
And
Interesting.
would be also that there's like certain lag frames or something.
Yeah, it's something like that.
Something bullshit.
Yeah. Yeah, basically that.
I think that's one of the best parts about playing or learning the route a game like this is just finding all those little cool tricks, those little optimizations.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a cool thing. It's fun. Such as you'll see here coming up. I turn the key to get the switch, and I grab the switch before we actually have it loaded. So this happens to the camera. And I use an audio cue to know when to stop.
Nice.
Very cool there.
Clearly the way that devs wanted you to do this.
Yeah, obviously. This is definitely completely 100% intended.
It's all part of the plan.
But when I see the tires hanging, oh god, frogs!
Yep, frogs. And a switch.
Lula.
You just had to have a frog, didn't you?
Yeah.
Wait, speak.
You could fly! Why didn't you dodge?
She was trapped in a tunnel with him. She couldn't dodge.
Yeah.
And that's right. Punch that monster. Punch him.
They should have used the Parero.
Papo tamo. Hey, Lula.
So, our only true friend that's been helping us just died.
Oh no.